free to shout out your question. Okay, so again, with our blank paper, you guys, if you already started, go for it, but fill it up. You can fill it up with any type of design you want. You could do stars, hearts, I don't know, whatever you want. I'm gonna probably do types of swirls and different things like that. But I am thinking of how can I apply my vocabulary of contrast to today's lesson. And that's when I think about if I'm gonna use a green background, I probably don't wanna use green marker because that's not opposite, right? But orange is a good opposite color and that gives good contrast. I could use reds, I could use purples, even yellows and blues, even those are kind of like sister colors to green, but I want to use something opposite. So I'm going to avoid using green because I can't show contrast if my background is green. Okay, so whatever kind of design you want, it doesn't really matter because we're going to do something and it's actually going to change your design up at the very end. So for example, so far I just did this. We'll see how it turns out. Yes, Evan, I see your hand raised, bud.
Can we just draw a picture or something?
You could draw a picture, just to, so you know though, at the very end we are gonna cut it. So don't expect it to look like your picture by the end. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So I'm just filling in. I'm making a nice big bold line through my picture. So far, I haven't decided what comes next. But see, I'm making my orange nice and bold. Anyone want to show what they're doing? Oh, I see Aaron. Ooh, you've got a bunch of lines going on. Nice. Very cool. I would keep going, maybe make your line bolder too. You could do different things or maybe color in between those lines. Luke, did you have something you wanted to ask? Yes? No? All the decisions, they're always so hard to make. I've got so many color options.
There's that.
What was that, Josiah?
Zigzag.
Okay.
Mrs. Wilkins,
Yes, Brandon.
can we mix the colors?
If you want to mix the colors, absolutely. You
And
can
put
do
two
that.
colors?
You want to mix your colors together? Kind of like
Because
overlapping?
Because my black just ran out.
Oh man, bummer. You know, my purple here is kind of running out too. But yeah, go for it. Change up what you got. So I've changed my colors because I added purple now. All right. Bryn, were you showing us your artwork? Can I see it? Ooh, you've got some good lines going on. Very cool. Evan, what you got, bud?
Are we going to cut it into little pieces and then glue the pieces together?
That's kind of the idea. Yeah, you've got the right idea there.
Mrs. Wilkins.
Who, I'm not sure who that is.
Cutting the color paper.
Are you cutting the color? We are gonna not cut the color. That's our background where we're gonna glue it onto, okay? But we will be cutting what we're working on right now, designing, okay? So
Miss
try filling in
Wilkins.
your space. Yes?
Yay.
Yes, Ruth.
Look at mine.
I can't, while I'm working, I can't necessarily keep my head up, but if you want to hold it up, if you're all done, I will try to pop my head up and see.
Oh.
I'm just trying to fill in and get rid of some of my negative space right now. Ooh, David, I see your swirl. That is pretty cool. Oh, Grace, that is awesome. Very nice. Theory, did you want to show me yours? You know what I almost did? I almost grabbed green. I forgot about contrast. Ooh, nice. Erin, you filled up your page fast.
What are we doing with our little paper?
Oh, if you're all done, you just gotta wait up patiently for a moment. Okay, I gotta catch up to you. You're faster than me. I'm just filling in my space here. What'd you say?
Excuse me, Mrs. Wilkins.
Yes, Ava?
Look at mine.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. I'm gonna save some time at the very end so that I can see your artwork just like normal. Okay, but right now, let me just be able to finish this and others who are finishing theirs too. Okay? All right, so what you're gonna do next, get ready. If you're about finished, I'm almost done. If you're about finished, what you're gonna do is flip your paper over, and we're gonna draw some lines any direction. They could be, ooh, who remembers Larry the Line? What type of lines could we do for him? What kind of lines are there? Especially the three main important ones. Evan, what is one of them?
Mrs. Wilkins. Vertical.
Vertical. Perfect. Remember vertical. Up and down. Who remembers another one?
And also, I'm just about to start cutting.
Excellent. All right, just hold up the cutting if you can for a moment, okay? Because I have a special way I want us to do it. Okay, bud? All right, so wait for the cutting. Malu, what's another line?
Okay.
What was that? What was your other line? I missed it. Did you have another one?
Zigzag.
What was it?
Mrs. Wilkins.
Hold on, I'm listening for Malu's line.
Mrs. Wilkins.
Malu, did you answer? I don't want you to get cut off, dear.
Mrs. Wilkins.
Hold on, Rachel. I'm waiting on Malu for a moment.
Zigzag.
There is a zigzag line. You're absolutely right. Larry the Lion can make great zigzag lines. So our three big lines are vertical, horizontal, and diagonal. Remember? Vertical. Horizontal, the sleeping line, Larry's favorite. And diagonal. Okay, so guys, I got my picture all done, okay, and I flipped over my background. Now what I want you to do with your pencil is I want you to draw a few lines, maybe like 4 lines, maybe 5. Depends on how big your paper is. You don't want to leave a lot of space. But you could start from the top, go all the way to the bottom, but to get there, you can do whatever type of line you first want. I'm going to kind of do like this S kind of design. Can you see that? Hopefully. I don't know if you can see it super well. Anyway, I curved it a little bit, and now I'm going to do the same lines over and over again. These are called parallel lines, so they don't touch each other, but they go in the same direction. So you can see how many I'm doing. Now, I'm leaving some space in between my shapes, right? So as I leave space, I'm just going along, doing the same type of cuts as I go. All right. So now I've got my lines all filled up. Remember, the important thing is you can do any kind of lines, but from top to bottom, okay? Now,
are we doing it on this paper that we just colored?
yeah, the back side of the paper you just colored, okay? Oh, Brandon, I like your contrast and negative space that I see there. Now, this is an important step, so you don't lose which paper is which, but you got to number. So 1, 2,
I colored
3,
in the whole thing.
5, 6, 7. Oh, I colored in the whole thing too. See my artwork? But then I flipped
so we're doing it on the back.
Yes, so flip your paper. Now if you can see it, I numbered each of the slots that I drew my line on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Rachel, did you get your numbers on?
I can't really see it.
Draw your, oh, you can't really see it. That's a problem. Let me try. The problem is it's pencil, and the pencil does not show up very well on this screen.
Like this. This is like this. Excuse me.
Just follow along as I'm doing, okay? I can't see everyone's artwork at once, unfortunately. Okay, so here, hopefully you can see that better. All right? Okay. Calendar, I need your video on if you can turn it on, okay? Because I can't see your hand raised.
It's working.
Calendar, do you have a video that's working, bud? Just raise your hands with your volume off right now, guys. And then when I see your hand, I can call on you, okay? All right, so what you're doing next is you're going to cut along the lines that you drew, okay? Yes, Rachel?
They can see it like this.
I think so. You should be good. Okay, so I'm just cutting along. Remembering to move the extra hand, not the scissor hand. And I'll cut all of my strips out.
Miss Wilkins, can you hold up the picture?
My picture of my hand? I'm in the process of cutting it. So I drew my picture. You can do any design on it as you want. And then you're going to draw lines on the back and cut those lines out. Okay?
Mrs. Wilkins, I can only fit 3 lines.
You know, that's okay. All right, I'm just about done, and I'm gonna go ahead and go on, even if you're not quite there yet, just so that we get to finish this lesson. Then you can finish it on your own later. Okay, so now I've got all of my beautiful lines. They're all kind of mismatched all over here. I'm gonna take my background picture, and I'm going to start putting my lines in order. So I need number 1, and I can line it up any way that I want on my paper. I don't need to necessarily put it on the straight side. I can tilt it if I want to, but I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing that down, and the next one's more important. Okay, so I'm gonna glue number 1 down. After number 1's glued down, which paper gets next? Which one do you think? Am I gonna choose 5? No, I'm gonna choose 1, right? Yes, Rachel.
Nothing.
Okay, so when I take number 2, I'm going to put it next to it, but leave some space. And remember, that's the space I haven't done any artwork on for the background, so that is the negative space. I could choose to make it nice and straight like this, or if I want to kind of have a fan effect, I can kind of spread out these pieces here. Okay, so I'm gonna decide, do I want a fan art or do I want it just like stripes? And I'm gonna choose fan today. So I'm gonna glue this down. Keep a little bit of negative space between my 1 and 2 strip. And now I'm gonna go for my 3rd strip and decide, do I wanna keep it straight where there's even amount of space, or keep the fan look? And I'm gonna continue with my fan look. So this is why you needed a bigger background paper than your white paper, because otherwise you'll completely go off. All right, so now I'm flipping where I'm touching, and I touched together at the top and left this big negative space at the bottom. I'm on strip number 5, and then I'll have 2 more to go. Almost done. You guys look busy workers. Great job. All right, I'm gluing my final piece so I can show you what I got. So here's my finished piece here. It's got kind of like stripes looking on it, or like lines and zebras. So you'll see here I have my positive space, right? Contrasting with my negative space. So those are our 2 words that are important to remember today, is contrast and negative and positive space. So the space that you don't do anything on, and the space that you did do your artwork. And together, they make it beautiful. Erin, that looks splendid. Those are some great designs there you've got. Fantastic. Okay, so guys, I have about a minute left that I could see your artwork. If you'd like to show it and raise it up, can you hold that up so I can see yours?